there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we're going to be making an ABS Christmas frame. Well, it's another Alternative Tuesdays and another chance for me to play with ABS and make something or show you guys something that you can make for yourselves. And I thought today, with Christmas coming up, it's not that far away, I thought that we would make a Christmas or a winter themed picture frame to place. Maybe it's your child's first photo with Santa, or the child's first Christmas, or maybe it's their first snowman that they made. Whatever it could be, winter themed, Christmas, holiday themed, whatever you want to call it, that's what we're concentrating on today. And it's all going to start with some 1/2 inch thick green ABS. You now want to cut a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch rabbet on one corner of the long edge of each one of your frame pieces. And that will be, of course, to accept your backer board, your picture, and your glass, which in this case is just going to be like a clear acetate sheet, so nothing thick. Well, my intent here is to make a picture frame that will house a 5x7 photo. And I kind of have an idea where the photo frame is quite beefy. And that is the reason for our 2-inch wide ABS pieces here for our frame. So I have all of the pieces or the stock cut or prepped for the frame. And right now, I mean, there's nothing more to do other than set your miter fence up for a 45 and cut all the pieces in order to frame up this 5x7 backer board. And now with a little bit of CA glue, we are going to put our frame together. And we'll put that aside to, let it cure. Well, now I know what you're thinking, and what you're thinking is that this frame is really nothing special. It's a green ABS frame, and you would be 100% right. What makes this frame special is what we do to it next, and that's what makes it a Christmas frame, and it's the way that we decorate it. And for this, I've chosen this little guy. And this little guy here came from a Google search of snowman coloring pages or something to that effect. You can either draw your own design or do like I've done and Google an image, shrink it down to size, and print out a few of them for a pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the backs of each one of the pattern pieces with some spray adhesive, let it sit for 3 minutes to tack up, and then we're going to attach it onto various colors of 1/8 inch thick ABS. And from there we can take it to the scroll saw. I've installed a brand new number 3 reverse tooth blade into the scroll saw, and it's as simple as cutting out each one of your pieces. You want to pay attention and be very careful to follow right along the lines, because each one of these pieces all go together to make your final little snowman guy. So, slowest speed on the scroll saw, slow and steady wins the race here, guys. Cut out all your pieces. Well, once you get all your pieces cut, you just want to take off your patterns and then use a little bit of mineral spirits to clean the excess glue off of them. Pay attention to what side faces up though, because this is going to be like one big puzzle when you're done, and if you keep all your pieces in the right orientation, it's going to be a lot easier for you to put together. So now that you have all the pieces cut of your snowman or whatever design you've chosen, you can glue it all together to get it ready to install on your frame. Well, now that we have our little snowman guy off in an acetone chamber getting the finish on him, we need to turn our attention to the frame. And I wanted to look at a way to remove the saw marks. I still intend to put it through an acetone chamber to give it a nice flat finish, but what I really want is to get rid of most of those saw marks. So what I'm going to try is I want to try a cabinet scraper. Well, all I want to do is, using a medium cabinet scraper, we're just going to go through and try to take away the majority of the saw kerfs that are in it, or the saw marks. Now, you don't have to scrape the heck out of it, you just want to take the majority of them off. The rest of the marks or imperfections will be removed from it by the acetone chamber. So don't worry too much, just go through and give it a light scraping and get rid of those saw marks. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but the scraping did take away the majority of the saw marks, so I'm fairly happy with that. And we're going to put this in an acetone chamber and get a nice shiny finish on the entire frame. And then once we're done that and this is completely dry, we can glue our little snowman on the front corner. And once you're happy with the finish on both your little character here, your little, well, if you did a snowman, then a snowman, and once you're happy with the finish on your frame, all we're going to do is apply some CA glue. Now you want to put it on various spots in case one of these pieces should separate over time, just so that they're still all together. But anyway, we're going to put on a little bit of CA glue. We're just going to line them up where we want them. And once we get them in place, we're just going to drop them right there, because that's where we think he's going to be happiest. And because it's quick setting glue and I don't really have a choice now. So glue your little guy to your frame. And there you have it. An ABS Christmas frame. Guys, this project really doesn't take that long, and the most tedious part of it is not the frame, but it's of course that little snowman. The only thing that was tedious about that is the small parts, and I have to tell you that I glued my fingers together several times, so you might want to have a little bit of CA glue thinner. Now let me just warn you that the thinner for CA glue, or the solvent for it, is actually sort of has the same properties as the acetone. So if you get it on your ABS piece, you are going to melt it and you are going to have a mess, etc., etc. So try not to get that CA glue thinner on your ABS project. Guys, this project is a blast, a lot of fun, really utilizing the scroll saw for what it was designed to do, to get in there and make these small little intricate pieces. I mean, it took some time, but it was well worth the results. You can see what you're going to get here. So give it a try, guys. If you're having problems getting the lines of your snowman or whatever design you choose to line up, try stack cutting. For the scarf, I just laid the two pieces on top of each other and I cut both of them, the red and the green, at the same time. That way, even if you have an imperfection or a line that isn't perfect, it's duplicated on both pieces, so they'll still mesh together the way that they should. Guys, give this a try. I'm going to put the link below to Omicron Plastics so that you have the resources to get yourself some ABS. If you want some, give them a call. They will be more than happy to help you out. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in this week. I hope you're going to try this yourself. You've got some time before Christmas to get this together as a gift for somebody. So get out there in the shop and make yourself one of these ABS Christmas frames. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays.